Hey guys, it's TheGameFaceHD and welcome back to episode 22 of my Juventus career mode, and I'm finally back with the next episode. We are currently in August, or just about to enter August, and basically play the next friendly game against Monaco. And I've also been reading your comments in the previous few episodes and adding people to my shortlist. I kind of forgot that I don't have that much money at all. I've got like 1.7 million, I think it was. 1.4 million, so even less than that. And I kind of went and looked at your comments, and there was Higuain in there, there was Benteke in there was quite a few different suggestions, and I've tried to put as many of them on my shortlist as possible. Obviously I can't afford the majority of them at the moment, but it might be someone that I sign in January or something like that. This is probably going to be the last season with Juventus, but it does depend on how we do, whether we win the Serie A and whether we win the Champions League. If we don't, then it may well go on for one more season. You'll have to let me know what you think in the comments, and if it is the last season, then obviously we'll have to decide which team to go with next. And yeah, I quite like the idea of Higuain actually, but for obvious reasons I can't afford him. Maybe as a replacement for Tevez, I was thinking, but he's not quite as fast. So let me know what you think about that. I obviously have nowhere near enough money, but whether you think a trade-off will be interesting or not. He wants to play in the next game, and I'm not going to play him. Okay, I'm just going with a really average team to play this game. I am going to sim it, just because there's no point in playing a friendly match. And I think I already did that in the previous episode to kind of see how many signings we're doing. And it went, I think, quite well, if I remember. It's been that long since I've actually recorded one of these, I've kind of forgotten, to be honest. But you can see we go 1-0 up with Gaia. Can we win? We have done 3-0. That is pretty good. My two strikers getting goals there in probably one of their first appearances, especially this season anyway. And we are doing quite well actually at the moment in those pre-season games. We do have the Super Coppa final. I don't know why we've got that. Oh, of course we won the Tim Cup, was it, or something like that? And that's obviously why I've got through to the final of that. And Harry Kane is saying my role at the club, he's not happy about it, and that is why he's on the transfer list if you didn't see the last episode. We've got this game against Inter Milan to play, which is a crucial game to get some silverware already before we play any league games, which would be brilliant. If I could do like the treble or the quadruple, depending on how many trophies that it is possible for me to win. I'll have to work that out at some point. Let's have a look at my emails first though. France, I've got an update from there, and Blanco, he wants to play. That's not going to happen. We're going to put our strongest team out, and I'll be back in a minute. I'll show you what the team is going to be. This is the team I'm going to be using. Now, I kind of forgot how strong my team was until I put it all out. And Sterling's obviously 84 overall now. Dybala's the only one who kind of looks pretty average in the team. Carvajal looks alright, I suppose, and Kovacic as well. So that is the team I'm going to be using. It's probably my best team. If you look onto my bench, look how strong it is here. Now, you're probably thinking, why have you got Coman on there? But he's just a player that plays so well in game, I can't really leave him out completely. So he's really the game changer on the bench. I do have obviously Felipe Anderson and Milaras, which I'm leaving out, which I'm a bit annoyed about. But if they can't get in the team, they can't get in the team at the end of the day. Laporte is actually going to go on the bench. I didn't realise that he was on the reserves. And yeah, let's get on with playing this game. Such an important game to kickstart the season with at the San Siro against Inter Milan. And it's going to be a really interesting game, this one, because I think I played them last season a couple of times, and I think I lost both those games. So we'll have to see how we get on with this. Or maybe I got a draw, actually, when I played them towards the end of the season. I can't quite remember, but it should be a really interesting game. I wonder whether they've made any signings. I don't really know, but I'm sure we'll find out soon anyway. Something which you might have noticed is that every time a player touches the ball, I've now made it so that their name appears above the head. That just helps when I'm commentating, and I take a shot and I have no idea who scored. So let me know what you think about that. I'm assuming that you'll probably prefer it like that, because then you know who's on the ball as well. I think it just helps out a lot. It's a shame about the bar that appears above it though when you pass a ball. I'm not a massive fan of that. Vidal to take a shot, good save from the goalkeeper. Every time I make a Juventus episode, I always forget to mention the Champions League in real life, because they are doing so well. They're in the final now. They've beaten Real Madrid. and now through into the final against Barcelona. I keep on forgetting to mention, I can't believe it, but let me know also in the comments what you think about that, because I know a lot of you were very happy about that in some of the other videos. I was obviously really pleased to see them get into the final. Brilliant. Tevez did really well, Morata did really well, and I know some people didn't really like it when I sold him, but he just wasn't good enough for me in game, and he's not my sort of player, Morata. But look at this, Raheem Sterling's through here, and I don't know what happened there. It could have easily been a foul from Sterling. But yeah, really good from Juventus in the Champions League. Wasn't quite expecting them to get to the final. We knew they'd do well, but we didn't expect them really to beat Real Madrid, and Tevez goes near there. So yeah, let me know in the comments what you thought about that game. I was really impressed with how they played against Real Madrid. Tevez, he's through here, must be a goal. It is 1-0. We've been in control of this game actually, which I was really pleased about, and we've managed to make it 1-0. Tevez just puts it in the bottom left hand corner. A fairly nice finish, I suppose. It was quite an easy way to open up their defence. I think that was Vidic that just couldn't get back in the end, and slots it home nicely. We are winning 1-0. Tevez through to Sterling, who's playing the centre attacking mid role today. Can he put in a cross? He has done. Dybala, he gets there, 2-0. Brilliant move there from us. I'm very surprised Dybala got on the end of that against, I think it was Vidic. I can't quite tell. We'll have to look back on the replay. I thought Sterling had gone a bit too far, but the cross was perfect. He beats the right back to it, and also, I'm pretty sure that's Vidic, the captain there. Absolutely brilliant from Dybala, and we're now winning 2-0. Tevez again to shoot. This time a save from the goalkeeper, and it's going to be a corner. Corner's going to be taken by Kovacic, and it doesn't quite reach anybody. Pogba on the edge of the box, shoots and saved again. And that's it for the first half. We are winning 2-0. Very good first half actually. We did score 2 very good goals, which I was very happy with, and that's put us in a really good position going into the second half. Hopefully we can just secure this win now and go on to win the Super Coppa, I think it's called. Yes, it is. So yeah, we're not going to make any changes just yet, I think. Tevez through here. Can he get his second of the game? He gets pulled back. That's got to be a red. It is. It's a straight red for the Inter Milan defender. I think it was the defender. It was Juan Jesus. He is the guy that we were actually looking at in the previous episode. And somebody in the comments also suggested that we do sign him. We can't sign him now because he's suspended. So we hopefully can score from this. I don't know why it's letting me know about tactical free kicks. That's a bit weird. We're going to go with Carlos Tevez to take this one. Let's see. Oh, it's a brilliant free kick. Carlos Tevez, 3-0 now. That's his second of the game. He would have scored anyway, I think, if we'd managed to get past that defender. But they got a player sent off and we scored, so a bonus for us there. Look at the way he kills it over the top of the wall. And the goalkeeper doesn't even move. 3-0. Sterling through to Kovacic, good save. And I don't know why I'm trying to shoot from that angle. Dybala again through here. Is he going to keep going? He is. Dybala saved, and Tevez couldn't put in the rebound. And I've just realised that we've not even made any changes, and we're into the 85th minute here. But the team's playing so well that I don't really need to make any. Dybala again running through. Can he shoot on his favoured left foot? He can. 4-0. It's a thrashing against Inter Milan at the San Siro. And it's in the 87th minute, 4-0. You can definitely see that they are a man down. That defence just doesn't look particularly good at all now, just 3 at the back. And we are thrashing them. Sterling on to Kovacic. Is he going to have a shot? He is. Saved. Sterling's going to be offside. No, he's not. He's onside. 5-0. Wow, it really is a thrashing now. 5 for Juventus against Inter Milan. And that is it, we've won 5-0. I'm starting to wonder whether we maybe have to play a second leg actually, due to the fact that the players aren't really celebrating too much. So I'll have to have a quick look. Oh no, we have won it, there we go. The trophy is now ours, that's our first silverware of the season. Brilliant way to start it off. And we are the champions of the Super Coppa. We've received a transfer offer for our left mid. It's a loan offer from Man United, a bit of a strange one that. I will accept it. I know he probably won't get too much game time, but to be honest, he's not the best of players. 68 overall, and he's 20 years old, so he's probably not going to grow that much anyway, and I can't see him being that much of a fantastic player, really. We have received an offer from Everton for Harry Kane. 2.7 million they've gone for. We are going to push it up to 3.2. Again, it seems really cheap to be letting him go for such a small amount, but he is only 75 overall and he's 22 years old, so we might have to try and get a replacement for him, but we'll have to see whether that deal does go through first. They have decided to match the 3.2 million and go ahead with the deal, and that means that once he's sold we have a little bit more money and we might be able to sign a replacement striker. We've also received a bid for Laporte, 32 million. I wasn't expecting that one from Man City. Okay, that's put us in a bit of an interesting position. He's in bad form and his morale is content. Now I'm going to put a counter offer of the amount I'd let him go for. If they decide to match that, then they can have him. 55 million, I would let him go for that amount. They've put an initial bid of 32. It's Man City, so I might be able to get a lot of money for him. 55, I'd be happy to let him go for that. Harry Kane has been sold. I do now have 2.7 million added onto my budget, and I've also got the final scout report on Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain. 78 overall. I know Aston Villa were looking at him, so I was tempted to maybe have a look what he was like, but he's only 78 and he's 22 years old, so I probably won't sign him, but I'm going to keep him there just in case anyway. Okay, now we have a playoff round to play for getting into the Champions Cup against Young Boys. Now, I didn't really think about the fact that we'd have to do a playoff round. I completely forgot about it, but I suppose thinking about it, that's completely true. We do have to do that, and we are going to keep the exact same team, except obviously Harry Kane's been sold, so he's been replaced on the bench by Felipe Anderson. So let's get straight into this game and see whether we can try and get a win. Sterling through to Tevez. Can he get on the end of it? He can't. A very good start from us though, just 2 minutes in, and it's a bit of a shame we couldn't quite get an early goal. Dybala could be away here. He's not on his favoured left foot. Can I cut inside? I have done, and that's a penalty already. 10 minutes in, takes him back from behind and wipes out the back of his legs. And let's see whether we can try and score this penalty. I'm going to let Vidal take this one just because he's got the best penalties. Oh my god, it's been saved. It's never saved when I put it there. I can't believe that. How has it been saved? Oh my god. We've wasted the early opportunity to go ahead. Tevez through here. Can he get it in? He can't. Saved again by the goalkeeper. We've had a few shots, but that is it for the first half. It's been slightly disappointing. We've not had as many shots as I'd have liked. We have had a couple, but nothing really clear cut, just a couple from tight angles. We are going to keep things the same just for now and see how we get on for the first 15 and 20 minutes of the second half. Dybala plays it through to Tevez. Can he get shoot? He has done 1-0, finally scoring just before the 50th minute. Just into the first 5 minutes of the second half, and Tevez finally gets his goal. Puts us into the lead and we are now winning 1-0. We are now going to make all 3 changes. I'm going to bring on Torres, Berardi and Koeman and take off Kovacic, Sterling and Dybala. Just to kind of freshen up the team a little bit, put a bit more pace up front and hopefully try and push for that second goal. Tevez is through. Can he shoot? He has done, and it's 2-0. We've finished the game, we've won the game, and I think that means we're now through into the Champions League, and I think that's the last playoff that you have to do. Can't quite remember, but a brilliant finish from Tevez, outside of his right foot, and that's his second goal in the game. And that is it, we have won the game 2-0. Very well played from the team, and we managed to win against quite a good team actually. They didn't have too many chances, but they could defend fairly well, other than the penalty that they gave away in the first half. That I think means we are now through into the Champions League, and we'll have to see what emails we've got. Man City have said that's more than they are willing to spend, but they'll pay 45. Now my original one was 55, so I'm going to go 50 and see what they say to that. 50 I'd be happy to let him go for. 45 and 50, I know there's not that much difference, but I'll need to buy a centre back, and I want to buy a centre mid I think as well, and maybe not a goalkeeper, maybe a striker. That was it, to replace Harry Kane. That was the one. It doesn't seem like we are through to the Champions League just yet, because we do have another playoff round, this time at our ground, and we'll have to see how we get on in that game to see whether we go through into the Champions League or not. I've received another transfer offer, this time for Pasquato. 2.6 million. He's worth 3.3, so we are going to up it to 3.3, and I'm happy to let him go for that. I think his wages are also quite high, so we'll see whether we can sell him for that amount. We've got another transfer offer for our 21-year-old striker who looks really good. That's to another team in this league though. It is a short-term loan luckily, so that means if he is going really well then we can get him back in January. They have decided to match the deal with 3.3 million, but this is the big one coming up. They have said they're matching 50 million. Man City have decided to match it, and we can now go spend that money. Hopefully, if they do agree on personal terms, we can go spend the money on other players. Let's see whether they have accepted it. And is that the player sold? I think it is. So we've sold Pasquato, and we have sold Laporte, 42.5 million. I know Laporte is obviously a big player in the team, but I can obviously get a replacement for that amount of money, and I do have Varane and Chiellini at the moment, and Laporte was kind of a bench player, so we'll get a replacement for him. We'll get a striker and maybe another centre mid in the next episode. Thank you very much for watching. If you have enjoyed this, then please give a like and subscribe. That would be really appreciated, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye. I don't think I do need to say this because you guys already leave suggestions in the comments as to which players I could get, but please, if you can, go leave a comment and let me know what centre-back you think I should get, what centre-mid and what striker to replace Harry Kane and Laporte. And I just want another centre-mid to kind of bolster up the midfield a little bit, because obviously Pirlo might be retiring. But anyway guys, thank you for watching. Like I said, please leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you for the next episode. Goodbye.